Hi, this is Emily Islanian with TVinsider.com, and I am here with the cast and showrunner of Reginald the Vampire on Sci-Fi in the Hollywood-branded, unbranded lounge. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
It's lovely here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Now, this show, obviously, it is based on a book series that fans may or may not be familiar with called Fat Vampire. But how did you start this project? Like, how did you come to that work? When did this all start?
I had a meeting with an executive, and it was one of those general meetings where I say, I love you. And he says, I love you. And then nothing happens, right? That's how the general meetings usually work. In this case, he had this Columbo moment. I'm walking out the door, and he says, whoa, wait. There's this book I really love. They'll never make it here, but you should read it. And that was Fat Vampire. And with my partner, we optioned it like a month later, sold it to Sci-Fi, and then there was that great day where it said, I think Jacob Batalon might be available. And then it was like, oh man, here we go. And this whole cast, I can't tell you how lucky we've been. And that's how the book got launched.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, I actually just read the first book on the plane over here.
Awesome.
So I share your love.
Awesome.
It's just
Johnny,
so much fun. Oh, I do my work. I do my work.
Well, Johnny Truant, who wrote the book, deserves credit because for me as a
Yes.
writer, it's always a weird collaboration. But particularly the first episodes that we did, I'm just cutting and pasting. It's like, yeah, I'll take credit. It's like he wrote some great stuff in there.
Absolutely.
And created Reginald,
Yeah, and let's talk about Reginald. Jacob, who is this guy? What is he all about? Let us into the mind of Reginald.
Well, Reginald is a very everyday person,
Yeah.
I think that what's relatable about him is that he's not trying to be anything or be anyone. He's just genuinely himself. In that he may not be the typical hero of the story. I think that he's neurotic and he's thoughtful at the same time, but he's very much human in that he's never really experienced love. He's never really experienced what it's like to have friends, so he's very much in this like gray area of trying to figure life out, and that's sort of like where we all are. So
He's a human vampire. Basically.
absolutely,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Being a vampire is the backdrop of his human story. Yes.
Yes, I
Although
love
in his
that.
case, he's got one woman who wants to love him and one who wants to kill him.
right.
Yeah, let's talk about those characters.
Spoilers.
Let's talk about who are you in Reginald's periphery? Who do you play? What are we getting here?
You want to?
Go first, baby.
I just realized we never talked about what we can and can't say on here, but let's just dive
The
in.
broad outline
Broad-
of the
broad
loveliness
story.
of your role.
Cool. Okay, I play Sarah. I work at the Slushy Shack with Reggie, and we're pals. We're hanging out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Pals with potential, I would say.
Yeah.
You don't know where it
Yeah.
goes.
I don't want to say too much.
And I play Angela. I'm the deacon of the Vampire Council, so I kind of run stuff in our district. And Reginald is I'm kind of the baddie.
Right.
I am the baddie.
Love it.
And
love
I
it.
play the baddie.
There's a vampire she made, and he's sitting right over there.
Maurice.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I'm Mandela. I play Maurice, and basically this ends up being my best friend, who I didn't plan on having. And yeah, I would say we have some fun. I want you guys to check it out. I want to give away too much, but
Yeah.
there's some fun stuff to be seen on Reginald the Vampire for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Professional.
I know.
It was amazing.
yeah. He's a pro. Now the slushy shack.
Slushy Shack.
It's a little bit of a tongue twister. A little bit of a tongue twister. What? Now I heard that you had a little bit of trouble with the blood being a little sweet.
Yeah.
So were you also
Yeah.
guzzling fake blood and slushies the
No,
whole time?
we actually weren't. We actually weren't doing too much of the slushies. They were made of like bad stuff. They were made of
Oh.
like chemical compounds.
Yeah, like don't
It's
drink
like
this.
the baby diaper stuff.
Yeah, like really bad things, but it looked delicious for sure.
Yeah, it looked great and didn't melt.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that was the point. It didn't melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blood was really. After a while, it got to be.
Yeah,
It got to be a lot. It was
Yeah.
sticky, especially when it dries.
Did you guys?
You just like literally like have to pull yourself.
Did you guys
apart.
learn how to like cover yourselves in shaving cream and just like scrub the
Yes.
shiz out of yourselves?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the hairs.
For safety, yeah, you have to like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm learning. What does fake blood taste like?
It depends on which one you're
Yeah.
you're drinking.
I would say like a bad maple syrup almost.
Okay,
Like, think
okay.
of it. Think of a maple syrup, really diluted as far as the taste, but the texture, the stickiness is there. and then just think of like a little grenadine or something. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's not, it's like medicine. It tastes like cough medicine a little
It
bit.
has a very,
Yeah.
like it's not a very pleasant, sweet.
But it's fun because
so
us as
delightful.
vampires, we really got to sell it as the most
Yeah.
delicious thing ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've had some moments on set there where I was just really loving it, really covered in it.
Hated it.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's go back to Harley real quick. What are you just most excited for fans to see of, like, from the book to screen? Because it is a little, there's some changes. I mean, the Slushy Shack. for
Slushy's
instance.
one of them.
What else?
Copyright me. I feel like it's because the show has so many different tones, right? I described it once as a vampire workplace rom-com comedy drama. And because sometimes all of those things happen in one scene. So I'm really happy to see people and eager to see people watch these guys navigate that tone. Right, because they hit the marks, right? They're doing the jokes, they're doing the drama, they're doing all that stuff, and when it works, and it works a lot, it's really cool. And that's been a thrill for me.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait for fans to see the show. I think it's going to be so much fun. It is perfect for sci-fi. I'm excited to see it. Everyone go watch Reginald the Vampire, October 5th, 10/9 Central on Sci-Fi.
You know the vibes.